Welcome back to WKYT News. We're getting our first look at the resignation letter for one of Fayette County Public Schools' top officers. Houston Barber is the deputy superintendent for the district.
Barber sent the letter to his boss, the superintendent, March 5th. We got it today through an open records request. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy is in studio taking a closer look.
Houston Barber sent this resignation letter less than a week after an independent investigation claimed he failed to meet professional expectations. Barber was one of 3 administrators listed on the Missouri law firm's report. Their investigators said Barber failed to coordinate communication with the groups in charge of budgets. They believed his actions added to the confusion surrounding the district's financial fallout. Even the superintendent, Demetrius Liggins, told investigators that his deputy superintendent did not maintain an accurate idea of the district's financial position. In his resignation letter, Barber says building strong teams, cultivating trust, and helping organizations grow stronger together has been one of the greatest joys of my career. Barber's retirement is effective September 1st. His last day on the job is August 31st. For WKYT Investigates, I'm Kristen Kennedy.